The Eagles are desperate to get a new contract done with Jalen Hurts to beat out both Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow's deal. The Chiefs are going to have their star cornerback back from concussion protocol, and we're giving away a Boston Scott signed Eagles mini helmet. Learn more today. I'm Thomas Mott. This is The Thomas Mott Show. What's up, guys? Thomas Mott here. Welcome to the Thomas Mott Show on a Tuesday. It is officially the longest week in the history of the world as we wait for Philadelphia and the Chiefs to play in Super Bowl 57, but a lot is going on, especially from the media day last night, that crazy media scrum that a lot of people were at, and we have some really interesting news from ESPN regarding a contract extension coming for Jalen Hurts. Here is the tweet that gets us all started today from Thomas R. Peterson. He's quoting Jeremy Fowler, or mentioning Jeremy Fowler here. You see it on your screen. Quote, Eagles urgent to get deal done with Hurts before Burrow and Herbert, per Jeremy Fowler, ESPN. A Super Bowl win would help get that done very quickly, end quote. Now, this is not necessarily a shock in the fact that Philadelphia is going to extend Jalen Hurts. They're going to go ahead and do contract talks probably as soon as the Super Bowl ends, when the new league year begins sometime in February. But the line here talking about before Burrow and Herbert is very, very interesting. More on that in just 1 second. I also go to this Tim McManus tweet. This is from NFL Media Days last night, or Super Bowl Media Days. When asked in terms of Jeffrey Lurie, the owner and CEO of the Eagles, by Sal Paolantonio, McManus says this, quote, Eagles CEO told Jeffrey Lurie told Sal Paolantonio Jalen Hurts has nothing to prove to be viewed as long-term answer at quarterback. Asked if contract extension negotiations are in the future, Lurie said, he's just what we're looking for, end quote. So there you go. Both those tweets compiled together do indicate Philadelphia will extend Jalen Hurts. Are you shocked? No, you're not shocked. I'm not shocked either. This is something we all expected the Eagles to do because Jalen Hurts is an MVP candidate, and honestly, there's a chance to win a Super Bowl here 5 days from now. And if he wins a Super Bowl, even if he loses a Super Bowl, he's going to get a ton of money. The question really is how much money. And I mentioned that tweet earlier from Thomas R. Peterson quoting Jeremy Fowler saying before Burrow and before Herbert. And the reason is the quarterback market. Here is what Over the Cap shows as the average yearly salary of all the quarterbacks currently in the National Football League. Hurts is not going to get more than Aaron Rodgers, right? Aaron Rodgers at $50 million a year is ridiculous. That's why a lot of teams are hesitant to trade for him, because you owe him that much money in one season. And so we understand you can't make Hurts the highest paid quarterback in the National Football League. But here's where it gets kind of a gray area, right? Russell Wilson got $49 million. Kyler Murray got $46 million. Deshaun Watson got $46 million as well. Those three quarterbacks, you would not take over Jalen Hurts right now. You would 100% not take Kyler Murray and his torn ACL and, I guess, lack of studying film, Call of Duty playing self. You would not take Deshaun Watson, who is took a year off from football, all the crazy allegations, and of course didn't play well when he was in the National Football League this past season. And Russell Wilson, maybe he can be fixed by Sean Payton, maybe not, but $49 million for what you saw last year, it's a little bit too much. Now, Mahomes is at 45. This is where the range starts to really kind of come alive for me when trying to extend Jalen Hurts. And again, it makes sense to do it before Herbert and before Burrow. That way, in case Herbert and Burrow get $49 million a year, you're not kind of tied to that number. If you do it sooner rather than later, maybe you land Jalen Hurts somewhere between $40 million and $47 million. Because, yes, the salary cap goes up, and so Patrick Mahomes at 45, 3 years from now, is going to look like a cheap deal because quarterbacks are going to keep going up. But 46? That, to me, would be totally fair for Jalen Hurts over the next 4 or 5 years. That puts him right in the category of Mahomes, more than Allen, more than Carr, and more than Stafford. If you're saying, Thomas, he needs to take a team-friendly deal and take less, the way we can sign more players, he's not taking less than $43 million a year. If you're Jalen Hurts, especially if you win the Super Bowl, you will not take less than $43 million a year, because you're better than Derek Carr at $40 million, right? You're better than Matthew Stafford at $40 million, right? You're sure as heck better than Dak Prescott at $40 million, right? That right there is an argument. If they go, hey, Jalen, we're going to give you 40.3. And if you're Jalen Hurts, you go, Dak Prescott makes $40 million a year, and Dak Prescott stinks, and I'm really good, so I want more than that. So, again, this is all going to happen after the Super Bowl. We're focused on the Super Bowl. I know, more Super Bowl stuff coming up later on in the show, but this is going to be the big storyline post-Super Bowl, win or lose. When do you sign him? Is it before Burrow? Is it before Justin Herbert? And is it cheaper than some of these other quarterbacks? That's going to be a very interesting conversation and a big storyline to follow. Be sure to subscribe down below and thumbs up for that, because I'll be covering it as soon as it comes, and the Eagles cannot wait too long, or else they're going to be spending too much or have a Lamar Jackson scenario on their hands, and Baltimore, trust me, is an absolute nightmare. Okay, what's not a nightmare is the crazy DraftKings promo that just dropped for the Super Bowl. Link down below in the description box right now. How about this? Bet $5, get back $200 in bonus bets instantly for new bettors. Instantly. This isn't win or lose. This is instantly. You put $5 on any market, you get back $200 in bonus bets instantly again. If you're in a legal state of legal age, click the link down below. How about this bet? Let me give you one for Super Bowl 57. How about Hassan Reddick for Super Bowl MVP? Now, it's not necessarily a guarantee because you would think Jalen Hurts or, Patrick Mahomes or A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, they have better odds. Hassan Reddick plus 3,500 to win MVP. Now, according to DraftKings right here, you put a $100 bet down and this hits and he has, 3 sacks and a forced fumble or a fumble recovery and Hurts is kind of mediocre, but the Eagles still win. That's a $3,600 payout on a $100 bet. That means a $5 bet. Look, you can punch it in right now. A $5 bet, $180. Come on, brand new DraftKings promo right here. Jump in on my affiliate link down below. Again, bet $5 or bet $100, whatever you bet, you get $200 back instantly in bonus bets. A crazy good deal for the Super Bowl. Okay, let's move over here to some quick Super Bowl injury news. The Chiefs continue to get healthier. This was expected. 2 weeks off is a big deal right here. And their top cornerback was cleared from concussion protocol and will play on Sunday. You see Matt Derrick here has the tweet. Quote, Chiefs cornerback L'Jarius Sneed says he's cleared the concussion protocol today. He's ready to play in Super Bowl 57. Now, again, not necessarily a massive shock. We expected this to go ahead and happen. But the Chiefs, who the storyline a week and a half ago was, they're really banged up. Patrick Mahomes' ankle, and Kadarius Toney, and blah, blah, blah. They're getting healthy. Kadarius Toney said yesterday that he's going to play. Mahomes is getting better every single day. He's going to be close to 100%, I would argue, or at least look 100% on the field. And now cornerback, L'Jarius Sneed is cleared, and he will go ahead and play, meaning he will be the primary guy to cover A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. Again, not a shock there. This doesn't change Philadelphia's outcome in terms of a win or a loss, but it is worth noting as we get ready for Super Bowl 57. Okay, couple of fun things here before we go ahead and give you the final story today on the Thomas Mott Show. Pat O'Donnell, still waiting to hear from Pat O'Donnell, who's one of the members of the channel who won the NFC Championship game towel. As I mentioned, Pat, you have till tomorrow to DM me on Twitter at RealThomasMott, comment down below, or email me, and you see the show email in the description box to claim your prize. And if you're in the United States, then I will send it to you. If not, then we're going to go ahead and give Pat's towel away because I said until Wednesday. Yes, he has before we go ahead and pick somebody else. However, I'm going to sweeten the deal. Regardless of the towel being given to Pat O'Donnell or possibly one of you new members here, we also have a donation from my good fans and loyal subscribers, Lamb and Mike, who have had me at their tailgate, the fantastic Eagles tailgate the past 2 weeks in terms of the NFC Championship game and divisional round game, and they have an extra signed, authentic Boston Scott Eagles mini helmet. You see it here on your screen right now. They're sending it to me, and I'm going to be giving it away to one of the members of this show, who's also a subscriber, but I assume subscriber and member. One of you guys will go ahead and get this if you are in the continental United States. So, how do you go ahead and get a chance to win this? Be a member. Click the join button down below. Become a member. Gold member works out just fine, whatever member level you want to be. And then next week after the Super Bowl, I will pick one random winner and send you a signed Boston Scott Giant Killer mini helm, courtesy of Lamb and Mike. Again, two of my very good friends and subscribers here on the show. So become a member down below if you already are, and you live in the United States. You're already entered, but if you have not become a member of the show, hit join down below for a chance to win the mini helmet. Again, I'll announce it sometime next week after the Super Bowl. Okay, final quick storyline here. This is some good motivation. A lot of people are talking about how, Andy Reid was fired by the Eagles. That means he's going to have extra motivation to beat him. What about Nick Sirianni being fired by Andy Reid in Kansas City? No one's talking about the storyline. ESPN staff writer Tim McManus, Eagle reporter, has this for you. How about this? Quote, Eagles coach Nick Sirianni was let go by Andy Reid when Reid took over as head coach of the Kansas City Chiefs after the 2012 season. And although Sirianni, Kansas City wide receiver coach at the time, said he was appreciative of how Reid handled the situation, he acknowledged that not being retained as part of Reid's staff was a motivating force for him. Do you always have this little chip on your shoulder? Sure, yeah, you do, Sirianni said, but that's who I am as a coach, and as a person, I want to make sure I'm working my butt off to get as good as I possibly can, and sure, you hold on to some things, end quote. Is this going to matter in terms of Sunday? No, but it is a little bit of extra motivation for those Eagle fans out there who are scared of Andy Reid. Oh my gosh, Andy Reid, he's out for revenge. He's going to prove the Eagles wrong. No, it was a mutual parting, I would say, in terms of Reid and the Eagles way back when. Not necessarily guaranteeing Reid wanted to go, but it worked out well in the end, and it's not that big of a deal. I think, again, same thing goes for Sirianni being let go. New staff comes in with Reid, doesn't want to keep him, that's fine, but both coaches will have a chip on their shoulder, not just Andy Reid, and so it's at least worth noting from an Eagles standpoint. Okay, plenty more stuff happening next couple of days and weeks. Looking at getting a interview done with a host of How About Those Chiefs YouTube channel, one of the biggest Chiefs channels on YouTube. Trying to get that locked down. We'll let you guys guys know when that happens. Be sure to subscribe. I'm Thomas Mott. This is The Thomas Mott Show.